By the time Telling Stories landed in 1997, the Charlatans had already endured enough drama to fuel 10 Britpop biographies. They survived the Manchester come down, weathered shifting musical tides, and most painfully, the sudden death of their keyboardist Rob Collins during recording. Out of tragedy, though, came their most triumphant and cohesive statement. Telling Stories isn't just another Britpop era album. It's a testament of resilience, swagger, and the magic of a band finding its balance in chaos. From the opening rumble of With No Shoes, the album makes its intentions clear. It's groove-driven, melodic, and spacious. Tim Burgess' vocals ride with newfound clarity, his usual drawl sharpened into something more direct. It's a record that knows how to strut with songs like Northern Country Boy, but also how to ache with How High. The band playing with the confidence of survivors who've seen the storm and came out strong. The songs balance intimacy with depth. The song One to Another explodes with fuzzed out guitars and pounding pianos, a defiant anthem that feels like a rally cry for a band refusing to fade into the background. And on the other end, tracks like Get On It and Only Teasing lean into the hypnotic repetition, evoking the band's Manchester roots while pushing them into sleeker, more modern texture. The production, handled in part by Flood, who is famed for his work with like U2, Depeche Mode, gives the record a polished weight without sanding down the band's grit. What makes Telling Stories so engaging is its mix for grit and uplift. You can hear the scars in the music, but there's also joy, songs built for festivals, late night drives, and yes, even stadium sing-alongs. You know, in a landscape dominated by the oversized ego of Oasis, which, don't get me wrong, coming into this album, it does have an Oasis vibe, but, you know, I'll probably get yelled at for that. And the art rock theatrics of Radiohead. The Charlatans carved out their own lane. It's melodic, soulful, and unpretentious. It's also a strangely timeless record. While, you know, very much of Britpop's moment, it avoids being chained to it. There's no forced irony or lad culture posturing. Just a band digging deep and writing some of their best songs ever under impossible circumstances. And then there's nearly 3 decades on, Telling Stories holds up as Charlatan's most essential record, a document of survival and reinvention. It's an album where resilience turns into rhythm, grief into groove, and lost into something strangely self-affirming. So if you haven't listened to this album, check it out. Let me know what you think. Again, I kind of came into it being like, oh, it sounds very, you know, much like Oasis, but, you know, probably the more I listen to it, the more it'll sound like their own, but, you know, let me know what you think.